coming early allows us to get used to you and you to get used to us. And
that's what she said.
Coming early. See, yes, because coming early, you have to get used. I'm a proponent of that.
I just had to feel you out, baby.
You have to get used to it. No.
Just have to see what it's
Yeah, don't feel bad about that shit. He came a little early. It's your first time.
Yeah.
You don't know her.
Second
She
time
don't know
is gonna
you.
be-
Hey. What is I just thought about this because someone asked me this question. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
B.
R.
You would think it is, but it's actually the C.
Damn it.
Hey, it took me a second to get it.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, I'm gonna use that. Hey.
I thought it was gonna be a dirty joke, honestly.
That's what I was.
Yeah, that's why I said
talking
B,
about
like,
Terrible segue. Yeah.
the booty, like, you know, we go talking about,
Changing it up.
coming
Yeah,
fast,
shit,
the
you
butt.
know.
I'm like, oh?
All right, fellas, here we go. What's up, guys? It's another week. Hey, we missed you last week. I'm going to give you a little update on that. I had a death in the family. My mom was worried about COVID, so we had some schedule changes around. But still, we apologize for that. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. But we're back for another week. It's time to speak the fuck up. It's your guy, Joe. I'm here with my man, Pete and Griff. And today, I know usually we have our guests walk in about 15 or 20 minutes later, but this guest is so goddamn special. We got Michael Ferrari in the building, man. How you doing? How you
Michael
doing?
motherfucking Ferrari.
Yeah, we got the guy. We got the guy in the building, man. We're glad to be back for y'all. First and foremost, we want to thank y'all for watching us every single week. A couple of y'all have reached out to Pete and said that y'all are listening to the show back and forth again and again, and we really appreciate that. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, share. Tell people about it. If it's touching you, think of someone that this would help out as well and go from there. All right, baby. First and foremost, Pete, off the night shift, 45 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
He said, I'm on go mode.
I'm on go mode.
What's
3 straight
good?
night shifts. Went straight to work, coach at F45 with you, and went home. I was so excited about the episode. I really didn't get much sleep.
Take a nap.
Yeah, it wasn't even a nap. I don't even know what it was called.
Nah, yeah, I called him because I was about to get some ramen. I love ramen. God damn, I love ramen. But I was like, he was like, no, I'm just so excited. I'm ready to get there with my guys. I was like, all right, Pete. So I didn't even get the ramen. I was like, you know what? I'm excited too.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to head back. Griff, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man.
Good.
Busy as usual, but
Yeah,
that's
you've
how I operate.
been real busy though.
Bruh,
Real
it's been
busy.
crazy, man. Because I'm doing the Everyday People Combine,
Yeah.
whatever, with my girl. So a lot of people testing out, doing benchmarks and stuff like that. So my schedule all over the place.
Yeah.
And then doing F45, and then doing my own training and stuff like that. So it's like I can't even know. I didn't even know what day it was until yesterday.
Shit, have you been getting any sleep?
Not really. I never get sleep anyway.
Yeah.
That's how I operate. So
I don't even know what
I'm
day it
always
is.
on go mode.
I don't know what day it is because I'm just now transitioning to night shift, and so I'm like,
It's
my
Saturday.
days are all jacked up.
yeah.
Today's Saturday.
It's
Oh,
Halloween.
it's not
It
Thursday.
is Halloween.
Happy Halloween, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
I was thinking of something real corny. Before I get to that, first and foremost,
Hey,
Michael
guys.
Ferrari, how you doing?
Doing well. Tired, exhausted, but I'm still here. I pop in my cherry. I'm a little nervous. It's a little nerve-wracking, but
Don't be nervous, man. You're a natural.
you guys think that, but I put on a pretty good facade, so.
Hey, facades are good. Hey,
This
if
is
they
the
work,
guy
they
that's
work.
in the industry
know
that
your
works
secret.
people. Everybody knows this dude. You don't even need an intro. It's like, oh, you know, Michael Ferrari.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Nah, hey,
Oh my God, you know
I
Ferrari.
believe that though because of some of the stories, and we'll get into those. But first and foremost, speak the fuck up. Of course, we're glad that you're here. We're
Thanks
glad
for
that you
having me.
allowed us to pop your
your
cherry.
cherry.
Pause. Sound effects by Griff. We thank you for coming in, especially because you're out in Fort Worth, right?
Yeah, I'm in Fort Worth now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to live down here, but Fort Worth now is where everything's at now for me. So I kind of made that transition. It was like 55-minute drive over here. So
55
Appreciate
minutes.
you.
55
You drove an
minutes.
hour to come
Damn.
talk to us?
yes, yes.
He said
So-
55 minutes, Joe.
And toll roads. I hit the President George Bush and Dallas North toll road.
Oh man, no, hey, that really means a lot, man. We really appreciate that.
I'm honored.
Just send us a tab, bro.
I need you to settle a debate for me then. All right, what's your preference, Fort Worth or Dallas?
Man, before I even like went to Fort Worth and discovered Fort Worth and like part of Fort Worth, I fucked with Dallas so heavy in terms of, I mean, everything that I started was out here in Dallas, and the moment I went to Fort Worth, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I could be myself more often.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it was so so much less pretentious than what Dallas is. I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I love Dallas. Don't get me wrong.
Well, you're
like,
supposed to keep Dallas pretentious anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a T-shirt?
That's a
It's a
logo
slogan at
sign.
Sidebar.
Yeah, it's a,
Oh,
it's
for
a
real?
neon.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Dallas still. Don't get me wrong, but the people, the community, the culture, everything about Fourth, I fuck with so heavy. I love it.
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I still come out here. Like I said, I still have a lot of stuff I do out here. I still have a lot of people I fuck with out here. And yeah, I mean, but it's Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm going to choose Fort Worth every time.
So for those that are watching us and can't tell who Joe fucks with, it's all over his head.
Dallas, I ride for you, Dallas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm branded out. Shout out True Brand.
True
Shout out
Brand. Saying,
This is
do your thing, baby.
I got a couple people messaging me about your product saying,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's coming in. I'm
coming.
gonna get a discount code. One of those codes. Type in Joe for 10% off. Oh, 15? Yeah.
Make it happen, Shane. Make it happen.
20, man. You
Oh,
20%.
I'm 20. I'm 20%, baby.
At least.
At the least.
Yeah,
I'm
Saying,
20%.
just make him an ambassador, bro.
Yo, so you've been hustling your whole life.
Yeah, been hustling my entire. I had my first job when I was like 7 years old, working at Traders Village, selling silk flower arrangements. Yeah, I mean.
Now, what's Traders Village for people that aren't familiar with it?
Okay, yeah. So Traders Village is located in Arlington, Grand Prairie area, something like that. It's a flea market, and it's like a bazaar. I guess if people don't know what flea markets are, it's like a bazaar. Anything and everything that's sold there is probably like cheap knockoff stuff. And yeah, I mean, I was working there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., making $10 a day, thinking that was enough money. And I was like, just saving up my money. And I would go buy a wallet. And I'm like, damn, now I have no money to put in this wallet. So it's like shit like that. But yeah, I mean.
Hey, that's how a lot of people are these days, buying them LV purses with nothing
got
inside.
shit in it,
Ooh, off a show.
Yep. Yeah. I have my library card in there, though. So
Hey,
knowledge.
knowledge.
So you were selling silk flower arrangements. Why was that the product of choice?
So my family, like, man, I have a crazy story about my family.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to get into this.
No, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is your time.
Okay. So my family so I'm half Hmong and half Vietnamese, and a lot of people don't know what Hmong is, and it's like they're like mountain people essentially. Yeah. So, but our family is incredibly special. My grandfather was a general in the Royal Laos Army.
Damn.
And so,
Learn something new.
yeah, they lived like a life of luxury over there. They had a mansion. They had they had
damn.
servants. They had guards. My mom was, it was my mom. I have two aunts and then like three uncles as well.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to tell us is your royalty.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
so essentially that's exactly what that is. They are for the Hmong people. They're
Yeah.
extremely like the name like is very important for them, and like the culture for them back home was like very important to them. So yeah, they were involved in the Vietnam War at that time when the Vietnam War was going. So we were helping America out for like the guerrilla, all the fights and stuff through the jungles and everything. And the reason why my family is here is because of that. So the government gave my family like in Grand Prairie, mind you, they have 4 plots of land in this neighborhood.
Jeez.
And there's one big house there, and everyone else is like really small ass plots and shit.
Yeah.
And so like that's like, hey, you guys lost everything. I mean, they lost absolutely everything. And I'm talking about like they didn't believe in banks and shit, so they had like gold bars, gold ingots, silver all gone, ransacked. The communist government just kind of destroyed everything over there for them.
Damn.
So they came over here with literally nothing. They had that plot of land, a house, and they said, all right, thanks for helping us out during the war, and
Here you go.
Yeah, that's it. Go off. And they just grinded so fucking hard. And my mom especially, my mom was a single mother, raised 3 kids by herself. She was working at Jack Nicholson. She was 15 years old, like climbed her way up the corporate ladder all the way through, and then started her own businesses and everything. All of my family, they started really successful businesses from that, just from the grind. I mean, my uncle was a busser at a hotel. My other uncle was he worked at a gas station.
Yeah.
And
That's from them coming over from being royalty, and now they're grinding it out.
From the bottom.
Yeah.
How in the hell would you even pull out that type of work ethic if everything essentially, I don't want to say was handed to you, but things were a bit easier? Where the hell did they find that work ethic from?
And see that, and that's what blows my mind to this day. Like, I have so much respect for my family because of that. I think that's why I work so hard, because if they could do it, literally anyone can do it.
Right.
They had everything handed to them. I mean, they wouldn't even dress themselves. They wouldn't even take their own baths. Like it was that crazy. Yeah. I actually had the opportunity to go back home to go check out everything that they used to grow up in and everything. The plot of land and like the mansion that they lived in is untouched. So the government leaves it that way with like weeds growing through it, like the plants and everything, to kind of like show everyone around like, hey, if you go against the communist government, this is what's going to happen. So it's like a symbol there for people not to like fuck around and do like anything crazy towards the government or anything. But yeah, I have pictures of it. It's wild. It was like everything that I knew growing up, I was like, oh my God, like I'm like a prince.
Yeah.
Like, they had like a war room, all this stuff. And I was like, and when you're a kid, you're just like, shit, that's like the coolest thing in the world. And then you realize like, damn, when I got older and I saw exactly what they accomplished, I just had so much more respect for that. That's why I've always been grinding. Yeah. Like I said, first job when I was 7 years old, all the way until I was legally able to work 15. I worked at Jack in the Box, doing cashier, all that stuff. And I worked 2 jobs. Every first paycheck I got from any kind of job for the month, I would just give to my mom.
Yeah.
Been paying the phone bill and a lot of their bills since I was 15 years old, and I still to this day.
Yeah.
And they're doing fine on their own, but I had to step up, and it's like my way of giving back. So the way I work now, I want to give back to my mom. I don't want to grow up the way that we grew up, which is extremely poor.
Right.
And I take care of my brother and my sister as well too, and like anything and everything that I could do for them, I do. So yeah, that's kind of where that grind and that work ethic came from for me. So yeah.
Damn, it's like for your family, it's like they knew what they came from, right?
Yeah.
So when they got here and had nothing, it's like, so we're capable of what we had then, so we need to make that shit happen here.
Yeah.
And so they fought for that shit. That's fucking dope.
And I think the thing that's most respectable about them is that they didn't have an ego. I mean, a lot of people that come from, even now with silver spoons, they have that kind of ego. It's like, shit, I'm fucking rich. I don't have to work. I don't do this. They had literally more than enough. And they literally were running an entire country. And yeah, they came over here and didn't have anything, and they didn't have an ego of like, shit, I grew up this way. I can't do this. Like I'm too good to bust tables, or I'm too good to be serving people at a gas station or shit like that. And I think that mentality kind of stuck through with me. I'm like, okay, well, I have no excuse, and no one should have an excuse to do to do anything that they need to do. You're capable of doing it, and it's possible. So, yeah.
Damn, boy.
Did you feel any pressure? Like, because I mean, having that mindset, having that mentality, seeing what's around you, like it seems like these are self-instilled. This was a self-instilled mentality. It seems like no one had to drive this into you. No one had to teach this to you. You just saw it, and it was like, all right, it's time to go. Is that true? Am I true to that statement?
I see, and that's the thing. Like when I grew up, I never had any kind of expectations of me. My mom never gave me an expectation. She just like, go to school, get a degree, get a nice job. That's it. And it's crazy. All of my family are entrepreneurs, and most of them didn't graduate college, and then some of them graduated college here in the States. They had to learn how to speak English and everything too. But it's just, I just never had any kind of pressure. I had no expectations to do anything or accomplish anything in my life. They just kind of like, hey, I don't know what to tell you because this is also a new territory for me.
Yeah. So it could have been easy to just bow out and be like, all right, fuck it. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to, go by wherever the wind takes me, that's where I'm going to go. But you didn't do that.
Yeah, I persevered because of the fact that I kind of grew up with a single mother, and my parents got divorced at a very early age, and I kind of witnessed and experienced a lot of traumatizing things, and I was just like, okay, how do I get myself out of this, and then how do I get my family out of this too? And so that's just always been that driving factor of it. So yeah, I mean, the expectations and everything, I already knew what I needed to do. And so it was more of an expectation for myself and a challenge to be like, okay, well, how do I get from A to B? And let's figure that out until I get to Z. So, yeah.
So you set that early up for yourself. Yeah. I feel, damn, that's a lot of pressure. Like,
right?
Like, hey, I see it. I'm doing it. Yeah. I know what I know what I expect from myself. No one expects anything from me, but what I expect of myself is this, because I've seen my mom doing this and my family doing this, and here I am today. So let's go. Your first job's at 7 years old. You said you had 2 jobs. What else did you do in high school? I know you was hustling in high school. How'd you get by in high school?
We sold candy.
Yeah. I knew it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with my brother. My brother was doing the same thing. I think we got the idea because of I don't know. We had those like little box. Y'all remember the little
Yeah.
boxes you had to sell like the M&Ms and
Two
stuff?
balloons and M&Ms
Yeah.
and Hershey's.
Yeah, I would take it back home, and my family was obviously they didn't have enough money to kind of do what they did, but they would just do it. It's like, hey, here's $10 for some M&Ms.
Yeah.
And you're just like, shit, like this is kind of like nice. Like you just gave me $10. And I remember when I was 7 years old, working 12-hour shifts a day and getting paid $10. I'm like, okay, that was that simple. So we just kind of switched over to that, where it's like, man, they came with like M&Ms, Twix, all that stuff. And we're like, let's change it up. Let's get the Nerds rope. Let's get the Sour Patch Kids. We started throwing things in that people actually liked. And at that time, Warheads was like the shit.
The shit, yeah.
Warheads are still the shit. I be fucking Warheads up,
I
bro.
bet you can't put 2 in your mouth. Oh shit!
My mouth just salivated even just fucking thinking about it. But
I bet you can't.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, so that's the grind. That's the hustle, man. So you did all that through high school, which is beautiful. First of all, I got to clap for you, man. You're a successful businessman. You go to college now. I'm gonna kind of speed forward on it. You go through college. You get all the way to your senior year. And you like, hey, yo, I'm out. Like you're right there at the doorstep, and you decide it's not for you. What went down with that? Why'd you leave?
So this is a crazy story. So I was working in college at Papado. Till this day, I still love Papado, by the way. That shit fucking slaps.
It does. It's a little salty, but whatever.
Give me some gator and some fried soft tail crab.
Po' boy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let me get some of that shrimp bro shit.
Papa don't send us some gift cards.
Hey,
Damn it.
we got you.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing that for a hot minute, like three years. That's where I learned how to actually serve and like bartend and provide that customer service and everything. But I was going to school to do economics. Like I had this dream. I was in 4th grade at this time. My teacher, Miss Quaid, like her husband at that time was a stockbroker, and so she did this thing for us where she's like, "Hey guys, like I'm gonna give you guys an X amount of money, and you guys are gonna play with the stock market."
Yeah.
Obviously, like in a joking way, but I guess not in a joking way, but not in a for real way. But it's like, hey, you're gonna calculate, you're gonna watch it, everything. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, what's popping right now? Like, that's when computers were like barely like up and going, and everyone had like the internet just first started.
Yeah, little Running Man, AOL.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think it was like even before AOL.
Dial-up sound.
Bro.
I only heard that at school. We didn't have internet at home. We were poor.
Exactly.
We didn't even have cable.
I was always trying to like figure out how to, I guess, the little AOL 500 free hours thing. I was trying to do that stuff. But,
The little CD or whatever.
Yeah. Oh
like,
shit.
How do I exploit this? But at that time, like, so she just gave us like $1,000, whatever, and so I was like, man, what can I put this in the stock market? At that time, like, I didn't know shit about the stock market, but I did know one thing. And when I was on the computer, I always used a search engine, and it was Yahoo. So I was like, shit,
Yahoo!
I'm gonna put my money in Yahoo, and I ended up winning the entire competition. Like, I turned like $1,000 into like something fucking stupid, like $400 something $1,000. I was like the top of my class.
So you
I
just
guarantee you, some fucking guy was looking at that shit and like, hey, do what he's doing for my real money, and
crazy.
went from there. God damn.
Yeah.
So you
How
just
old were
added
you?
to the added to the
so
Asian
I was like
stereotype.
9 years old at this time,
Fourth
and
grade?
God
fourth
damn.
grade. So like, that was a very pivotal part in my life and what I want to do for the rest of my life, because I ended up winning. And like, she's like, the winner of the whatever happens, they get. So remember when we used to do, like the book things? What are the
Scholastic,
fair?
That's
Scholastic,
Scholastic,
whatever.
yeah.
Book
Yeah.
fair, whatever.
So she would give us money for that. So I began the R.L. Stein, like the Goosebumps.
Oh shit, you brave.
yeah.
I would only look at the cover and then put that bitch back.
And now they got movies and shows for it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was like a pivotal part in my life. And so I was like, I know that's what I want to be. So at that age, I was like, I want to be a stockbroker.
Okay.
So I went to college to do economics and finance and stuff. And I was just going through everything. And like, I had this game plan. And I thought I was so sure about everything. And then I meet this guy working at Papado. He worked at Merrill Lynch, huge company. I was talking to him. He was just like, hey, I have an internship for you. I was like, cool, let's do it. Like, that's like one of the top firms you can actually like work for.
Yeah.
And so I go, and it was so monotonous, bro. Like, everyone was so miserable. They're old, miserable. They hated their fucking life, everything. And I was like,
Same conversations every day.
man. So I did it for like 2 months. Every day, the crazy thing, every day I would go to the gas station. I did the same routine every day. I had to pack lunch. I went to the gas station. I would get a scratch off. I'd get a coffee.
Scratch off.
Bro, yeah, because I was like, I don't want to fucking do this for the rest
Let me
of
see if
my
I can
life.
hit the lottery real quick.
Lotto.
Bro, it got so bad because I'd start with the $1 scratch offs. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna win shit with this. I was like $5. I ain't gonna win shit with this. $20. I started going to $50 to $100 every day. And I was like,
shit! Yeah.
But I mean, so I it's
Hey, that
crazy.
job that much?
Yeah. No, I mean, I just didn't want to be there. But
Yeah.
I got really, really lucky also because I was at that time I was also still kind of fucking with stocks on my own, like on the side.
Yeah.
And I had like made like $17,000 in a day just from doing it without even like without even fucking doing,
College student.
without even a degree, without even actually working at Merrill Lynch. I was like, man, I don't fucking need to work here. Like, I can do it myself, you know. But
Peace out, bitches.
yeah, so I learned a lot about that, and I just started just fucking around with doing that. And I was just like, man, I don't want to be miserable. And I was like, okay, I had to learn how to be the face of, at that time, Papado, where people would come in and see me, and I was like, man, the network that I built up from bartending was impeccable.
All right, man. I feel like we talking to like a goddamn Gary Vee level type of person.
Yeah.
I'm not being fucking sarcastic right now.
See, remember, ladies and gentlemen, network.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah, and I feel like it's good that you're here because your story needs to be heard. Because I don't know if I just had an epiphany, but man, Ferrari just took off even more. Like, come on, I turned $1,000 as a 9-year-old into $400K.
Yeah.
I hate my job. You hate your life. I made transactions in a day. I made 17 grand, and I hate this shit. I'm fucking out of here. Like you a guru.
No, not. And that's the crazy thing. So this past, I guess the pandemic that happened. So a lot of my employees obviously were out of work, and so my DJ hits me up and he's like, "Hey, like, can you help me out?" And I was like, "Shit." I started trading again, like hardcore.
Forex.
No, like actually
like
stocks.
stacks.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
stocks.
Yeah. So I was like trading options, everything. I would do this thing where it's like, hey, I'm gonna turn $100 into $1,000. I'll turn $1,000 into $10,000. And so I started getting my friends that, hey, they were unemployed. They started like, hey, help me out, do this. My DJ fucking made like $20-something thousand in a week just from fucking trading, and he was a DJ.
Yeah, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, no. We do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. How much under management are you doing? Let me see your portfolio, man.
Yeah, no, it's exhausting. It's a full-time job. It's something that I don't fuck with it now. Now I just swing trade now. So I just like.
Damn, he's getting to the risky stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a degenerate gambler. Back when I was like bartending, I was making 6 figures a year bartending.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey man, it's lucrative business.
Yeah. And I would go to the fucking casino and do $1,000 hands of blackjack. Like I needed that rush, that adrenaline rush.
He's like, who's this young guy sitting on the high rollers table? Who the hell is this cat?
Never at the high rollers table, nothing like that. But yeah, I mean, I've always felt like comfortability and complacency kills anything.
Say that again. Say that again. A little louder, sir.
So I'll tell anybody and everybody this all the time. Comfortability and complacency kills everything, right? Yep. So your career, it could be your personal life. It could be you waking up the same way every single day. Like and
going to the gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying a scratch off.
Yeah, exactly.
And
and I tell everybody this, and my partners this too, because sometimes like we'll be walking to work one day. I'll go a different direction. He's like, "Why are you going this way? It's longer." I was like, "Bro, change up your routine. Like expand that left side of that brain."
Right.
Sometimes I'm brushing my teeth with my right hand. I'm like, "Fuck, let me try my left hand." It's like I gotta brush it twice.
He's a
sometimes.
fucking guru, dog.
Yeah, I mean, that redundancy, that monotony, it will kill everything that in your life. And if it's like dating, it's like if you're doing the same shit every single day, talking to the same girl, fucking her the same way, taking her out the same way, like change your shit up, right?
Quit it with that missionary style, guys. Shit,
guys,
do
that's
something
episode
different.
13 to speak the fuck up. Do we need to say anything
Do
fucking
something
else?
different, man.
You see this shit? You see this shit? I hope y'all are fucking taking notes. Let me grab my headphones. I'm
See, this is
sorry.
why he's Michael fucking Ferrari, dude.
No. But I mean, like, yeah, you change your life up, and that's the only way that you can like truly find growth. Mm-hmm. Growth is always going to be the unknown. You keep doing the same shit, you're not going to grow, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like, get out that comfort zone. Like, that's why I'm here.
Get out of that.
First podcast that I've
popping
ever
that
done.
cherry.
We got some fucking sound bites. There's like 3 or 4 sound bites right there that you fucking gave us. And it's knowledge. It's knowledge. A bunch of knowledge you just dropped on us, man.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, you so goddamn humble. Why? Why are you so humble?
I just feel like I don't feel like I accomplished, like I don't feel adequate. And I went to therapy also last year.
Therapy, men. Therapy,
Yeah.
men.
Therapy.
Ladies and gentlemen, therapy.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just conversation.
Yeah, I swear by it. I swear by it. I did a 6-month program, changed my life. I did a lot of things actually recently that changed my life. I mean, when you're talking about like getting out of like the monotony of things, last year I went sober for an entire year.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He went to several weddings.
So
Yeah, several
how in the hell do you work in nightlife? You got a bartender background. You were a bar manager, head bartender. You've been in the nightlife industry for 15 plus years, and you go sober for an entire year.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to challenge myself, and that's probably one of the hardest things that I had to do. I literally was drinking for the past 15 years every single weekend, and it got to the point where it's like, man, I need to do something that's going to challenge myself and get out of this like that norm. And that was probably the best thing I could have done was, hey, I'll stop drinking. Like I'm gonna stop drinking.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to prove to anybody. Like I don't.
But
why-
did you know how
like,
boring
why?
he was at weddings, man?
I still had fun. I was still
God.
dancing. I can have good time
I'm
without
like, Ferrari, you
drinking.
want to come take a shot with me?
Nah.
Yeah, and it turned into a challenge for a lot of people. They're trying to get me to drink and like try to get me, and I was like, bro,
Yo, isn't that fucking sad though? Like you'll be on this straight and narrow path, and it doesn't fuck with anyone else's happiness.
Yeah.
But they will try to come and derail you
It's like
from
a
your
challenge.
goal
100%.
and be like, hey, and then they try to make it, hey, I bet I
can
can
do it.
get him
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
bro, everyone thought that. My birthday rolled around. I felt like shit because everyone was fucking popping bottles around me. I had a baseball bat 1942, and everyone was drinking. I wasn't drinking shit, and I was just like, damn, I feel bad.
Did
But
that
But you
change
should
your
have but you should have seen him after that year though.
Oh,
That first night was
Wildin'.
like one shot wonder.
bro,
sound like me, baby? yeah.
I could kill a bottle of Don Julio by myself and still be okay back in the day.
Yeah.
I will take a fucking few shots and I'm fucking gone.
Hey.
Hey man, once you age, that's it.
So, you're going through that transition where you're not drinking for a year. Did that change your perspective of people around you? And did that put you more in touch with the goals that you have for yourself?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was the reason why. So at that time, that was 2019, and I wanted to basically, I was like, man, I need to accomplish more. I need to do this more. I was tired of like going to meetings hungover. I was tired. I would wake up late. And I'm like, man, I'm wasting so much time in my day. Like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you're good. You just started Ampersand. Like, it's popping. The coffee's great. The club is good. Like, why do you still need to do more? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Right.
Like
They're
that's
just checkpoints.
Yeah, that's not the epitome of my success. That's a stepping stone for me. Like I want to accomplish so much more.
Yeah.
And I was just exhausted, man. Like I would go out party, and I thought I had to stay relevant and how to get people to still remember me. And it was crazy. This guy tells me, he's like, "Hey, I don't think you're relevant anymore in Dallas." And I'm like, "The fuck? Like get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And so I went out to Dallas, and I was like, "Okay, I'm still getting into these places. Like, I'm
Right.
fine. I'm still relevant." I had to get my mind out of like thinking that what people are saying about me or thinking about me is not relevant. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Like, I'm still doing me. I'm gonna still keep doing me.
Yeah.
Nothing that you're saying or doing is gonna affect me in any kind of way. And I had to keep that mentality because look what happened. I opened up another spot like
Yep.
right on TCU campus because I went sober. I was fucking focused. I woke up every day at 7 a.m. Went to the gym. Like I had this like routine that was like fucking that was putting me on a different level.
Right.
And I was networking with people and I was like able to talk with people. I had a clear mind, and I just did that over and over again every single day, changing my routine obviously. But at that time I was like, damn, I don't fucking need to drink.
Yeah.
Like it meant nothing to me. I never drank, at home. I only drank socially, or I only drank when people were talking to me, and I'm just like, damn, I don't want to fucking talk to people right now.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But didn't it feel great to like, be able to exhale? Like, I don't have to worry about what you fucking thinking about me.
Yeah, and that's why I went through the therapy as well. It's like I did this 6-month program that changed my life too, and I was just like, I at that point thought, like I said, I thought I was inadequate. Like I'm not a good enough son. I'm not a good enough friend.
Yeah.
I'm not a good enough business partner.
Damn,
I'm not good enough to do podcasts or do
Right.
panels and stuff. And
you felt like you weren't a good enough son
Oh,
after
yeah.
everything, like putting back into your family, and
100%.
why?
I just felt like even now, that's probably one of my biggest flaws. It's like I always feel the need to do more, and that's why I'll overwork myself.
Yeah.
Like
Do you ever think that you won't be able to sit back and have some satisfaction in the things that you have done?
I don't think I ever will, and I don't get that, and that's when you say like, hey, you know, why are you so humble or whatever? It's because I just don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm.
But it's one of those things where like what Michael was alluding to earlier about our parents.
Yeah.
Like I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's one of the things where you watch your parents and once we get older and we hear the stories that my mom would tell me, hear the stories that my dad would tell me. I mean, they would tell us at an early age, but we're like, nah, whatever. I hear that story all the time. Every single time I get in trouble or I do bad in school. But now that we're older and we're going through the process of it ourselves, of understanding what hard work is and what it takes to be successful, and you get there and it's like, man, that's not even close to what my parents did. And so it's almost like chasing it, you know, and it's like, I need to do this to make my parents proud. And they may already be proud. But to us, it's like, nah, it's not enough. I need to be able to do this so I can give back to you. I want to be able to buy you property. I want to be able to give this to you because you provided me and my sister with all this. And we're reaping the benefits of what you did for us, you know? And so, like, relax. I keep telling my dad, like, Dad, retire. We good. Your daughter is straight. I'm solid. Like, you don't have to work anymore. But that's all they know. It's like hard work. And it's like, damn.
And that's why when you're comparing like apples to apples, we haven't done shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're thinking like where my parents came from, where my family has come from the bottom coming here and then like reach the fucking top, and I'm like still down here.
Yeah.
And,
So-
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
So what do you think is the top? Like if you could draw it out or write it out, what is the top? What is there that you know? It's like you finally reached the top. The
Where you feel like you've actually
Where you-
accomplished
where you
something.
can
Yeah,
relax.
because that's a wonderful question.
Yeah. So for me, like reaching the top is like just being able to like change people's lives in that kind of effect. So the way that I see success is like I don't want to compromise my integrity. I don't want to change my values, my morals, my ethics. No matter if I have 100 businesses, if I'm like a multi-cajillionaire, like I never want to change who I am and like what I've done for people. Like the people that we employ, like man, when that whole pandemic happened, like I didn't give a fuck about me. I didn't give a fuck about my business or anything like that. It was like, okay, how do I get them to get taken care of? How do I make sure that they're able to feed their families and survive and stuff? And so like when I think of like success and like the top whatever, I want to be able to basically just like snap my fingers and be able to take care of someone like that way. And right now I'm not in that power.
Yeah.
I'm not in that position to do that. So yeah.
Right.
It reminds me of that poster where it has like the boss and he's sitting on the throne and he's like riding on the backs. Then he has the leader and has the boss in front pulling along with him.
his.
Yeah.
This
Bro,
guy.
I that's one thing I hate. Like when my staff like just hits me up and like when I'm hanging out with them, like, oh, this is my boss. Like, don't call me that. I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm your coworker. We work together, kind of thing. Like I hate just that word. I think that's like the word. Like boss is like a derogatory term for entrepreneurs to me, anyways. Like I'd rather be a leader every day, 100%. So and that's what obviously you guys probably show and exude that same thing where it's like, hey, when you're in your career, in your profession, whatever, you guys want to be a leader. When it's like, hey, like, oh, they work for me, kind of thing. Like he says it openly, kind of thing, right?
But I mean,
he's a leader with you guys.
Yeah.
But how do you set that boundary when someone becomes too comfortable for you? Because I'm sure you've been, especially in the industry that you work in.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people can get real comfortable, and then you have to remind them, like, hey.
So this is something that I've always learned and I've always lived by ever since I started working when I was even 15. The moment I walk through the doors for anything, like no one's my friend. And I tell my business partners this all the time. Ever since when I started Socium with Vubis, same thing. When I walk through those doors and he see me work, like I'm not there to fuck around. I'm there to work. Like you're not my friend. You are supposed to be, working with me on this, and we can't fuck around. It's like, hey, get that done. Let's go. Like
Drive it forward. Yeah.
Why are you slacking right now? Like, why is everyone working and you're not?
Yeah.
Like, we have to get everyone on that same page.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why, like, the business partnerships that I have now and the team that we built, they understand, like, what's needed of me. And they know that when I'm there to fucking work. I'm not there to, like, fuck around and get fucked up. You'll never see me at my place fucked up on the weekend, drinking. And I could sit there, I could fucking pop bottles for free, have a bunch of bitches around me and enjoy myself. But no, I'm not there for that.
You got a girl?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I mean, if you don't know about Ampersand, just from what I've witnessed from it, this man could take your bitch, have coffee with her. have coffee with her in the morning, and then take her out for drinks at the same motherfucking spot at night.
Yeah.
And then go in reverse. Take her for drinks at night and make sure she stays and has coffee in the motherfucking morning.
Yeah.
So fuck with me then. What's up? I just want to talk that shit. I just want to talk. It made me feel good. I'm living vicariously.
I like it.
I don't be going nowhere. I'll be asking permission.
This guy reminds me of the movie. Damn, what movie was it? Den of Thieves. Yeah, where the guy's like, I'm always in control of my environment. Do you walk into the club? I text the guy, like, hey Michael, can you get me in, bro? Can you get me in, bro? He'd be like, hey, I got you, Pete. Just show him this text message to the bouncer. I'm like, hey. No, but you walk in and he's like behind the DJ's booth, or he'll be, behind the scenes in the corner, and you even see this guy. You look up, it's like, hey man, where's Michael? I want to go buy him a shot. Party with him for a second. Don't even see him until you finally spot him in the corner, like.
Observing, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, but he has that respect of his employees and those that know him as friends and stuff. And it's like, hey, man, I'm here. I'll party with Michael afterwards. Yeah. Like, I appreciate you looking out for us. I'm going to let you do your thing. Yeah. I'll come holler at you once the club closes.
Yeah, and for him especially, like, he respects that. Like, he's not there to, like, hey, let's get Michael fucked up kind of thing. I've always been that type of person where I don't ever delegate and stuff. And so when if something needs to get done, I'm going to get it done. If there's throw up on the floor and the porter's not around, I got to do it, and I got to fill those gaps, got to fill those holes, and I think that's one of the things is like if something happens, I can't afford to be fucked up. Like that's a biohazard, right? So if I'm fucked up and that's me, and I'm like, oh, and I see it, and I can't tell someone, hey, clean that up. No, I gotta fucking do it. Like the other porter's doing something else too. Like he's working. And that's the thing. Like I think that's why like our staff just is so like on point with their shit, and they know. I let them have creative control. Like I will tell them. I'll say, hey man,
artistic freedom.
Yeah. We breed that so well. The company culture that we created, I think that's probably one of the most important things that we've done for Ampersand, and now for Maestro and stuff, and even with Socium, like everything that we've done, we've made sure that we're not like, hey, do this. If it's like, hey, I wanna implement this coffee cocktail, do it. If it does well, hey, congratulations.
Right.
If it doesn't do well, let's go back to the drawing board and figure it out together. And I let them run it. Like literally, I have 2 managers and they're absolutely incredible, and they are so loyal. And they get job offers from all the other hot spots and the other like surrounding bars and clubs, and they say no every single time because they just know exactly that. They're going to see me there. They're going to work together, and they can do whatever they want and know that they're not going to be like, hey, you fucked up. Like, you're fucking suspended for 2 weeks. Like, no, dude. Like, you can't lead people that way if you put them down and they feel like shit. Yeah. They want to come to a work environment where they know that they can make things happen and be proud of the things that they put out.
For it, right?
Yeah. And so when a lot of the cocktails and all of the coffee drinks that we have on Ampersand's coffee menu on the front side, too, are stuff that's created by our own baristas, and we're just like, dude, like we'll cover the cost of the food costs. It's fine. Yeah, we'll eat that. Like, but if you create this drink and someone created a drink, it became like one of the top sellers for the season, and we're just like, man, bravo. Here's a gift card. Good shit. Yeah. Like keep working hard. Keep doing it. And that's just how we just direct everything that we touch and the people in our lives. We just want to make sure that, hey, do what you want to do and be happy and be proud and be supported by it, because there's always be some motherfucker that's gonna put you down and be like, man, fuck that. Like, you do it this way, do it my way. It's like, yeah, that's your experience. They haven't learned that experience yet. They have to do it themselves. If they fuck up, now they know. Yeah. You can't tell someone, hey, I did this and I fucked up. They're like, well, I don't know what that feels like. And so, yeah, that's what we kind of incorporate with it.
But see, that's why these guys hear me talk about it at F45 all the time, too. Like, coaches, I want you to have that artistic freedom, but have a reason behind it. And that's what we talk about all the leaders too. It's like, hey, for those that are trying or in the leadership role or getting into the leadership role, starting your own company, being your own entrepreneurs, remember, customers are people. Employees are people. So if you don't understand people, you don't understand business. You got to understand that relationship aspect of it. You can come in and be a boss, or you can come in and be a leader. I've seen this guy where the bars would was popping, and his bartenders are working their ass off, pouring out drinks. I've seen him jump in. I got you. Scoot down for a second. Give me a little space. And he's pouring drinks right next to them. You can respect that, though.
Cleaning
what I'm saying?
Whatever I gotta do.
So when employees see that, though, and other people see that leadership,
right,
they can't help but respect it. And so the whole loyalty that comes into play. Right. And man, that's when the haters start coming out.
Yeah.
But again, we talked about it before. A lot of times haters may not necessarily hate you. This is what I want folks to pay attention to. For those that are harped on so much about my haters, or like I'm stuck on that, and you tend to forget about those that support you and love you because you're so harped on the hater. Understand that a lot of times the hater may not necessarily hate you because they hate you. They may hate you because of the way others love you. Or you have something that they don't have, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with a lot of fair share with haters.
Bet you have.
Ever since I guess it started out with just Socium in general. I mean, when we created Socium, we wanted to do something different. I think everybody was, at that time, and I guess a little background on Socium, it's we initially started it as like a marketing company. So we were trying to like, bring in talent and find a niche market that people just weren't doing at that time. And that was probably like the early era of like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. And there were people popping on Instagram, people popping on YouTube that just weren't getting the recognition that they deserved. Right. So a lot of people wanted to meet these people, and there wasn't that kind of avenue for them. So we're just like, shit, let's do it. And at that time, like, so Socium in Latin means to dream with your comrades. So
yeah.
I was going to ask you that
Yeah.
too. Why'd you pick that?
Yeah. So it means to dream with your comrades, and we wanted something that was just like, it was easy to say, that was like everybody could understand what that is without being so directive. Like it's not gonna be like, hey, Asian night market or like Latin night market, where you're like, okay, well now I know what that is. We wanted to be so ambiguous to where it was like, no matter what the fuck we did, it would be like, okay, that's Socium. Like that's what they would do. And at that time, like when we were doing it, I didn't have a direction. I was dating this girl at this one time, who didn't believe in, which the crazy thing, didn't believe in me.
Are you for real?
Yeah, bro. She told me, she said, hey, you should stay in school and finish school and just get a degree, and like you're risking too much.
Live a regular life.
Yeah.
I hate a regular ass bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Basic ass. I hate that shit. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I can identify with that. Like, being, I'm not gonna say who I was in a relationship with, but I had a young lady who was somewhere on that, and in my head I was like, damn, you don't dream, you don't have anything outside of this that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to live a comfortable, you want to get a degree, live a comfortable life, and have a 9 to 5 for 40 years. You don't want to go after what you truly want. So I fucking identify with that. I identify with that 100%.
I don't know why people do that stuff, and then when the success started coming in with it, she was like, oh, she's enjoying it and everything, and then you're just like, the fuck, like even now every time I open up something or whatever, she's like, oh, congratulations, like I'm so proud of you.
They come out of the woodworks. I'm telling you.
Bro, it's the stupidest thing ever.
It's like, oh, now you know me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So did you break up with her, or did she break up with you?
No, I broke up with her on
Let
that.
that go, play.
Yeah, you have to at that
let
point.
that go.
How did, so when she was, telling you, hey, I want you, stay in school, but then you started seeing successes, and she started to reap the benefits from those successes and being associated with you. How did you view that? How did you feel about that?
And I think that's when I started realizing that this life that I'm living is fake as fuck. Like I realized that. I mean, even now, like even the haters at that time were fucking. I knew they were talking shit about me. I knew I would hear it. Like, the city is so fucking small.
Yeah, it's big, but it's small.
Yeah. And I'm so interconnected with the entire community for something.
Right.
And so it's like I hear it, and I never acknowledge it. Like, it's very, very rare that I'm like, whatever, like I'll acknowledge it. But at that time, you can't help but start feeling like, damn, at that time I was so pressed on trying to impress people. It's like, why do I need to impress
That reputation,
people?
right?
Yeah, that reputation. It's like, why do they hate me? Like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Like, I was like, I'm trying to like rewind everything. Did I do this wrong? Did I do that wrong? I started doubting myself.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Yeah. And then it got to the point where I was like, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I did anything wrong.
Right.
And so I just had to just kind of just do my own shit or whatever. But those people would be the same people who would be like, hey, can I get tickets to this? Can I get into this?
Haters?
Always be the single
haters,
buyers,
bro.
boy.
They're
They're
asking for
fans.
some favors.
They're fans.
So we've gone into 3 businesses that you have. Socium, all right. You're still running that a little bit, right?
Yeah. So that pivoted into like the whole management side. So I started managing a lot of talent that I still do now, and I just recently closed a crazy deal for an ad. I just got $24K check just from.
You hear that, Joe? He's a talent manager. Talent manager, right there.
So I mean, like,
Wait, no. What are you talking about right here, guys? Come on, man.
Hey, he's trying to start a line for your neck, fashion for your neck.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
first of
Scarves?
all,
What you started, Pete?
scarves.
See?
No, they are urban ascots.
Don't get me
That's
started,
what I
Pete.
call them. All right.
Urban ass.
Nah, but I
Urban
do
ascot.
have a couple of business ideas of some things that I really want to get done. But that's on a whole nother lane. So you have Socium that you still do. Ampersand, for people that don't understand what I was referring to earlier, Ampersand is a coffee house in the daytime. And then at nighttime, the party's rocking. It's a bar,
Nightclub.
Nightclub.
Yeah.
It's a nightclub, all right? So it doubles as that. And then you mentioned Maestro Tacos.
Yes. Yeah. So that just opened up 3 days ago. 3
days
days.
ago,
Today's
yeah,
day
yeah.
3. Today's day 3. Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
For real.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that was
appreciate
solid.
That. Yeah. So the whole premise of that. So my mom is married to a Mexican guy. So her last name is Mendoza. So like I grew up like eating like menudo and pozole.
You like menudo?
Bro.
I love menudo. Eat pan?
Sleeping on that.
Do you eat it with
man.
pan or
Yeah.
crackers? What
Yeah.
you do, tortillas?
Yeah, I do the tortillas.
You
with
like the
extra
hominy?
pan.
You keep the tripe in it?
I eat everything, bro.
Viva la raza,
Yeah.
baby. Mi mexicano en mi corazón, baby. I swear to God. No, that's what's
Y'all
up.
sleeping on that though. If y'all haven't tried that yet, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So let me paint a picture for the folks. Wake up early, go get your coffee, do your business right at Ampersand to have patio, enjoy the nice weather, do your work, get stressed out from work. Everybody's working from home right now anyways, do your studies online, get tired, go ahead and pop some bottles. And then once you're done, go get you some sober food right next door.
Late night tacos,
Yep.
man. They're
Nice.
authentic. Everything
Hey, one-stop
fresh.
shop.
Yo, I
Right
see,
next
what
door.
I see what you're doing.
Wait,
I'm
what am
gonna
I
make it
doing?
You
convenient.
wake up, you got to come get coffee from me. You want to hang out? Now you got to come hang out at my spot. Oh, you need to sober up a little bit, or you want some breakfast tacos? Now I got tacos for you, bitch ass.
Like he's joking about it, but everything is
Yeah.
so carefully strategic.
Strategy, man.
And
Connected, man.
Yeah, it's all about symbiosis. So that's how everything is. It's just everything has to be symbiotic.
That's a
right?
beautiful
So,
word. Symbiotic.
Yeah, you want people to come in and drink the coffee.
Yeah.
And then if they want to go get lunch and get breakfast tacos,
Right
cool, we
next
got it.
door.
You're gonna get fucked up late night, cool. And then afterwards, we open at 3 a.m. Boom, right there again. So everything kind of feeds off each other. You want to have that mutualistic kind of bond, and you
Yeah.
want to. One company's gonna throw off the other company, and everything that we did to make sure that happened. When we got reached out to do a pizza spot, a hot chicken spot, we got reached out to do like a breakfast spot there, and we're just like, man, that stuff is like really trendy now. But how long is that gonna last?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
You don't follow trends, not something that's a quick fix. I want something that's
Yep.
going to be here all the time.
yeah.
I say it just clicked to me why you chose Ampersand.
Yeah.
Daytime.
And
night,
yeah,
coffee
and it comes
and bar.
coffee. Yep.
What is going on today?
Fuck.
The epiphany.
My brain has been blown
The
several
epitome.
several
The epiphany.
times.
When you gonna
Epiphany.
write a book, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nah, nothing
on,
like
man.
that.
Hey,
nothing
never say
like
never.
that. Yeah, like I said, my life is not interesting enough. Maybe not right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember when he does his book tour and he's all over TV? You saw him here first.
I'm surprised, man. I don't know how much you want to divulge on this, but being in a relationship and being in a scene like that, it's tough.
100% tough.
The support system.
Yeah. So, I mean, and this is the craziest thing. So my biological father, my sperm donor, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I saw something really traumatizing when I was a kid where he like cheated on my mom and it was abusive and all this shit. And so like that's always been ingrained. When I was growing up, like a lot of people were like, "Oh, you look like your dad," or like, "Oh my God, like he's." So I'm half obviously. So like the monk side of my family were like, "Oh, that's that's taboo because of the Vietnam War." Like, how the fuck is that supposed to happen? You literally just slept with the enemy kind of thing, and that's the product of that. So I was always black sheep. My entire family's black sheep, but all of us are fucking doing our own thing, and everyone's like, at first they hated us, and now they fucking love us because, oh yeah, like that's my nephew or that's my niece, like he's out there doing that, and you're just like, the fuck, like you weren't
They
fucking
apply for you
supporting
at the
me.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you weren't
Yeah.
supporting me. But yeah, so I saw that, and it's always ingrained in me. Like I don't ever want to be like my father. So I've never been a cheater. I've been extremely loyal, and I can't stand that aspect of it. So I've never, and there's always gonna be a lot, bro. Like there's been times where I had a girlfriend and I brought down like a model, and that model was like throwing themselves all over me. It's like, I want to go home with you, all this stuff. Yeah. And really, like I'm like, nah, that's not me. And then I break up with her like a month later because she doesn't trust me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I should have fucked that girl.
Damn, I should have had sex with her. I'm over here being faithful to your ass. And I just let $1 million model walk out the fucking doors. I ain't even beat.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing. But yeah, that trust is hard to kind of, obviously everyone knows when y'all are in a relationship, that trust is like probably one of the most important things.
Yeah.
But man, I don't give anything off. Obviously they know that, some girls are gonna be throwing themselves at them or at me or whatever. Or I have to when I was bartending, I was mindlessly flirting because I would be getting fucking tipped like
it's part of the industry.
Like, that's just what it is. But at the end of the day, it's just nothing. I'm not there fucking around. I'm not cheating on people.
Yeah.
I'm not kissing other girls, fucking other girls, and nothing like that. It doesn't even go to the phone number. I will tell you this. Last night, and I'm so sorry, Dobie, but last night, bro, this bad, gorgeous, she's black. She's I don't know, something mixed with something else. She had green eyes, but she was a dark-skinned black girl with green eyes, natural green eyes. Gorgeous, slim thick. And she was at the taco shop trying to I walk up and I was like, hey guys, y'all doing all right? And I'm over here busting and shit. And she starts fucking biting her lip at me. And then and I'm behind the counter. My business partner's there. She turns around, they get up to leave and she turns around, bites her lip again. Wanted me to do something. And I'm just I can't do it.
She's trying to offer you tacos, bro.
It was tacos.
She's trying to give me the chalupa.
She was biting the lip and thinking damn, he made these.
Nah.
He can
try my tacos.
Come try these tacos.
She didn't know what I was doing. She didn't know what I did. I took their order. I was busting tables and shit.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't hey, I'm the owner of this place.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. She didn't know you were.
Yeah. I never do shit like that.
Or you think she don't know who you were. You'll never know.
Oh, I've never seen her in my fucking entire life.
Yeah, but people have seen you, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Doesn't mean she hasn't seen your profile.
I had a fucking mask on. I was just chilling.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. I will get temptation all the time, but I'll never fucking act on it. It's not worth it to me. I have something great at home.
At home, yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a great person, great human being, and we connect and everything. And I respect her, and I expect her to do. She went to Austin this weekend on a last minute trip with her girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, fucking go for it. I'm not sitting there thinking oh, damn, is she out here getting fucking fucked by 3 dudes or something? I don't fucking know.
Not 2.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, so I mean, I don't have that because if you're gonna fuck up that trust, then shit, we shouldn't be together.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, go do your thing.
Yeah.
I go do my own thing. She trusts me, I trust her, kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
Yo, this is an overall great dude, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good dude. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, don't go look him up to holler at his DM. Look, he said he taken. He's good, all right? Send those DMs elsewhere, not to my page either. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we begin to close out, man, first and foremost, man, we got to thank you for coming by. Again, thank you for making the 55-minute drive. Like Pete said, send that invoice, man. We split it 3 ways.
Yeah,
we're good for it. We're good for it. Yeah, we're good for it 3 ways. I think I speak for all of us when I say, man, we wish you nothing but continued success, man.
Appreciate that.
Continued success, man. And if y'all are looking for his financial literacy course, you can reach out to him on his Instagram. Michael Ferrari, is it Lee? Lee.
Yeah.
All right, Michael Ferrari Lee on Instagram. Get at him. Go follow Ampersand. Go buy coffee. Yeah. Go spend time there at the nightclub. Go buy some tacos. Be there. All right, be there. Be supportive. This is an overall good guy. I've known him for 53 minutes. I've known him for 53 minutes, and I'm gonna test until I put my name behind it. But man, we thank you for coming by. Anything else you got, gentlemen?
I feel bad.
Why?
I just talked the entire time. I didn't.
That's why you're here. We don't want you to be quiet.
Talk all the time.
Yeah.
We wanted you to speak the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
I mean, in my mind, I thought we were gonna go back and forth, and I was like, "Damn, holy shit, that hour kind of fucking."
Hey,
went
time
by
flies when
quick.
you're
Time flies.
That's what
But especially, so Pete was familiar with you. Griffin, I don't know you, so it's interesting and motivating to hear your story and hear how you think about things and hear how you go about things, especially for men who are in relationships, to hear a man who's around beautiful women all the time and talk about I'm good, or when I'm there to work, but at the same time I will mop up some throw up. I won't go and look for the porter. At the same time, I'm at my job, but I don't partake in what's happening in the environment. So it's motivating for us to hear, and not only for us, but for the listeners out there that listen to this on whichever day of the week that they listen through.
Yeah, I just really appreciate you agreeing to come here and taking a step out of your comfort zone, you know, because I know I kind of pitch it to you. I'm like, you know what, I really want Michael on the show, like, because your story, your background, it's inspirational. I know this year has been hard for a lot of folks, especially those that own their own business as far as entrepreneurship. But I've seen you go through the struggle and then come out of it, and the year's not even over. COVID's not over. COVID's going to be around for a while, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already realized that. But that's a whole nother conversation. And to open a whole new business 3 days ago, you know, and it's thriving, and it's interconnected and strategic. You know, things should be strategic. No. But that doesn't mean to be afraid to fail. Ladies and gentlemen, try it. Like you said, he gives his employees that artistic freedom to try things. And if it fails, hey, it fails. At least you tried. But what happens if it becomes successful, you know? And so I can appreciate that. And I've always respected you as an individual, as a business person, as a friend, and whatnot. So, again, I appreciate you for coming out here.
For real.
Yeah, thanks for asking me like 4 times, man.
Hey, I'm going to be persistent.
Yeah, we got to be persistent in this industry.
Hey, I'm strategic, too. I'm like, you know what? I would love to have everybody on the show if I can. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I want to see what value you bring to the table, because you telling your story, again, we've talked about this in previous episodes. Your story can end up being somebody else's survival guide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've kind of alluded to this before when we kind of got together and kind of talked with each other. It's like, hey, you know, why you asked me why did we start this platform and how this even started in the first place? And you kind of understand why. It's just not just a bunch of dudes getting in front of a mic and just talking stupid shit. We're speaking the fuck up, and it's like people can relate.
Yeah.
So
I commend you guys. I mean, it's tough to start something brand new and like just go through it. And it starts small, and you're just like, shit, I got to keep working at it. That's the same mentality I have.
It's been fun with these guys. Yeah. It's been fun, man.
We look forward to
every week. Man, look forward to
and it's different because we do work together, but now we're rarely together in the same classes. But to go from just being co-workers to becoming brothers and doing this every time that we can get together and doing this, and it's fun. It's great. One thing I wanted to do real quick, I got to give a shout out to my cousin Brittany. I forgot to do that earlier. She's the one. She lost her father to COVID. So Brittany, cuz I love you 100%. I know this was unexpected, and I can't fathom this. All I can do is put myself in the spot of myself being a father for my son. So 100%, I love you. I can't tell you everything's going to be all right now, because that's unfair to do. You're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to feel that pain. Just know that I'm here for you if you need anything. And I forgot to do that at the beginning of the episode, so please forgive me. That's all I got.
Respect.
Pete. Hey, man. Present you with this beautiful cigar. I don't know if you smoke cigars.
I do on very special occasions, so I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
I like that. Griff coming through. Griff
always comes through. He's a cigar guy. He loves to give cigars to our guests. I'm sure we're going to have you back again now that the cherry's popped.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had a lot of shit to say. And
you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He was out of his comfort zone. He liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just from you guys and that support that you guys. I love the chemistry and the dynamic y'all have. The team is important. It's always going to be important. You guys are going to go very, very far. Just stay focused and just keep grinding, man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Pete, close us out, baby. Let me cue this music up.
Hey, you know what? I'm just going to wrap everything up from what Michael said. First of all, comfortability and complacency will kill your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Brush your teeth with your left hand or right hand if you want to go opposite and try something new. Guys, stop fucking her the same way, man.
Yo.
But
taking notes.
But first and foremost, most importantly, if you're trying to be successful, remember your support team is most important. You have to have support. We can't do this by ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're going to be a leader out there, be a leader. But remember, loyalty is earned. You cannot demand that. So, hey, let me go ahead and wrap it up. You're here with my boy Joe, my boy Griff, my boy Michael fucking Ferrari. And please, please do not forget to be brave with your life.